he's part of a whole system that is not just Harvey Weinstein at all. It's like a lot of people are participating in this.
Yeah.
Like everybody.
Yeah. Which is a cult.
Yeah, well, that was kind of the point.
Exactly. So
at what point do you recognize it's not just this creepy movie mogul? It's like everybody.
Well, very quickly. When I flew home, I didn't go to any of the other premieres I had at Sundance. That time I went home, and I went to the management office of my managers at that time, and the head manager, they were very powerful. I said to him, you know, what happened? And I was like, you know, shell-shocked and like, bleh. And the first thing out of his mouth, God damn it, I just had an LA Times expose on him. It to me not to do this.
Whoa.
And then I was like, that's when I started figuring out everybody was in on it.
Oh my God, you guys won't believe what I just found out. The Queen of Talk shows herself, Oprah Winfrey, is caught up in something so shocking, it's making my head spin. We're talking about Diddy's infamous dark list scandal, and get this, the FBI is all over it. My hands are literally shaking as I tell you this because what I'm about to share is absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, we've seen plenty of celebrities get tangled up in Hollywood's dirty little secrets before, but this is absolutely wild. Like, we're talking about Oprah people. The same Oprah who's been in our living rooms for decades, the same woman we've trusted with our hearts and minds, is now at the center of this massive controversy. I still can't wrap my head around it. Listen, my sources, and trust me, these are people deep inside the industry, are spilling some serious tea about how deep her connection to Diddy's inner circle really goes. And honey, it's way closer than any of us ever imagined. I've been digging into this story for weeks, and every single detail makes my jaw drop further. I know some of these details might sound like pure speculation, but here's the thing. These aren't new rumors we're talking about. These are old secrets that are finally coming to light, and they're raising some very uncomfortable questions. Every single day, there's a new bombshell dropping, and Oprah's name keeps popping up in places that totally clash with her squeaky clean image. The whole situation is giving me chills. Like, you know how the FBI started digging into Hollywood's dirty laundry? Well, they're particularly interested in Diddy's infamous parties and this so-called dark list that's supposedly packed with some of the biggest names in Hollywood. And guess what? That's exactly where things start getting super sketchy with Oprah. I mean, can we talk about the irony here? This is the same Oprah who's always preaching about transparency and creating safe spaces in media, but now there are whispers that she might have been involved in some seriously questionable activities connected to Diddy. The hypocrisy is just astounding. My sources tell me that what we're seeing is just the tip of the iceberg, and I'm honestly scared to think about what else might come out. So let me spill the piping hot tea about why the FBI is suddenly so interested in Oprah. These parties Diddy threw, they weren't your average celebrity shindigs. We're talking about events that were way more than just champagne and selfies. For years, people have been whispering about secrets, scandals, and some really dark stuff going down at these parties. But everyone just brushed it off like, oh, that's just how Hollywood rolls. Can you believe how blind we've all been? Now, here's where it gets really interesting. And trust me, you might want to sit down for this part. Oprah wasn't always directly linked to these parties. She was just this powerful media mogul doing her own thing. But now, the FBI's new interest suggests there's so much more to this story. Like, way more than anyone ever suspected. And let me tell you, the details I'm hearing are absolutely shocking.
Tyler Perry have a hand in these Diddy parties as well.
He go to him and Oprah. They like Diddy party. I don't know why everybody keeps trying to make Tyler Perry out to be some black saint. The simple fact that he used and misused and abused the black community, especially the churches, and the only church he ever really gave big donations to was TD Cakes, another veteran who come to bless the baby oil, which was full of what? Like, I don't get it.
But wait, it gets even juicier. You won't believe what's resurfacing now. Old photos and footage that are making everyone's jaws drop. We're seeing Oprah rubbing shoulders with some pretty controversial Hollywood figures. And let me tell you, these aren't just casual run-ins at the Met Gala. These images are damning, showing her getting cozy with people who've been at the center of some of Hollywood's darkest scandals. And the receipts? Oh honey, they're everywhere. There's footage showing Oprah getting cozy with Diddy's regular party crowd, and it's making everyone wonder just how much she knew about what was really going down at these events. The body language in these videos? Telling? The way they interact? Suspicious. Every single frame raises more questions than answers. I'm literally shaking as I tell you about her friendships with people like Harvey Weinstein and Russell Simmons. You know, the ones who used to be Hollywood royalty before their empires came crashing down. And Oprah, she was right there in their inner circle, wielding her influence like a magic wand. These weren't just casual acquaintances, people. These were close relationships, even when the accusations started flying. The more you look at the timeline, the more disturbing it gets. Remember Rose McGowan? She didn't hold back when she called out Oprah for supposedly propping up this twisted power structure just to benefit herself. And honestly, the more you look at it, the more McGowan's words hit different. It's like, how did Oprah, this supposed champion for women's rights, stay so quiet when her besties were being accused of such horrible things? The silence was deafening. The truth is starting to seep out like water through cracks in a dam, and honey, this flood is about to wash away a lot of carefully crafted images. Industry insiders are finally finding their voices, dropping hints about the wild things they witnessed at these parties. Some of the stories I'm hearing, they would make your skin crawl. It's like the whole foundation of Hollywood is shaking, and all these dark secrets that were protected by this unspoken code of silence, they're finally coming to light.
P. Diddy has a buddy of his that he's been producing music with for a while, and that buddy rubs shoulders consistently with Epstein. Consistently. So, Oprah supposedly is on that list in a hidden way because Oprah has bumped shoulders numerous times with Epstein, numerous times with Harvey Weinstein, numerous times with well-known pedophiles, and she is frequently seen with P. Diddy.
But hold on to your seats because this tea is about to get scalding. So apparently Diddy's got this music producer friend who's been spotted hanging out with Epstein multiple times. And get this, word on the street is that Oprah's name is on that infamous list, but in some super secretive way. The connections are mind-blowing. She's been seen around Epstein, Weinstein, and other known more times than we can count. Plus, she's always showing up at Diddy's events. The web of connections is just incredible. Like, seriously, did anyone see this coming? The whole industry is acting strange lately, almost like they knew this storm was brewing. In a town built on secrets, people are starting to act really suspicious. The tension in Hollywood right now? You could cut it with a knife. Take Kevin Hart, for example. He suddenly shut down his vegan restaurants. Sure, he claims it's personal reasons, but the timing, beyond suspicious, especially with all this Diddy and Oprah drama going down. And it's not just Kevin. Other celebs are acting super weird too. I'm talking about sudden cancellations of appearances, mysterious vacations, and some of the most bizarre social media behavior I've ever seen. Some are dropping these cryptic hints about staying out of trouble, while others are practically running away from their old friends faster than you can say, scandal. With the FBI breathing down everyone's necks, Hollywood is absolutely shook.
The trial of a former dormitory matron charged with abusing 6 students at Oprah Winfrey School for Girls in South Africa is resuming. Prosecutors say former dorm matron Tina Virginia Makopo tried to kiss and fondle the girls. She's also accused of kicking and hitting some of them. Makopo pleaded innocent to 14 charges of indecent assault and criminal injury in South Africa.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, people are digging up all kinds of dirt. Remember that girls' school Oprah opened in South Africa? Well, hold on to your hats because what I'm about to tell you is disturbing. It turns out things weren't exactly sunshine and rainbows there. Parents and students started speaking up about some really troubling stuff going down, saying the reality was nowhere near what Oprah promised. The stories coming out of that school, they'll make your blood run cold. Oh, and can we talk about that super awkward Olsen twins interview? Looking back now, something was seriously off about how Oprah handled that whole situation. The way she approached these young stars, the questioning, the atmosphere, it all feels so different now that we're seeing it through this new lens. Every rewatch reveals something more unsettling.
I know there's a new rumor that's recently surfaced. Has really upset you, right? You know, the one about eating.
Yeah, you know, people are going to write what they want to write. We try not to read the good or the bad because it just kind of comes with the territory. You know, either you're too fat, you're too skinny, and people are just going to write what they
What size are you, by the way?
Size size.
Yeah, I always
I'm
like to
really
know.
sure.
You're not sure?
Girls and,
Oh,
you know.
that's so interesting.
But wait, there's more. Remember when Monique dropped that bombshell about being blackballed by Oprah? She wasn't playing around. She straight up accused Oprah of using her influence to shut her out of the industry. And now, people are starting to wonder if Monique was just the tip of the iceberg. The stories I'm hearing about other celebrities who've been silenced, shocking. With the FBI supposedly breathing down Oprah's neck, Hollywood is in full-blown panic mode. The word is that other big names like Chris Brown, Will Smith, and Jay-Z might be getting those dreaded FBI calls next. Can you imagine if they're really looking into everyone who showed up at these parties? Let's just say a lot of people are probably sweating through their designer suits right now. Social media is absolutely exploding with reactions. People are posting things like, "If they actually take Oprah down, I'm throwing a party," and "That woman is evil. I've been waiting for her nastiness to catch up with her." Some are even bringing up those disturbing rumors about missing kids from her school. The hashtags are trending, the theories are flying, and everyone's got something to say. This could be the beginning of the end for Hollywood as we know it. Oprah's been this huge inspiration for so many people, but now her whole empire might come crashing down. The foundations are shaking, the walls are crumbling, and nobody knows who's going to fall next. As more names keep dropping and more tea keeps spilling, everyone's wondering, is this finally it for Oprah? Will Hollywood's secret circle protect her, or is she about to face the biggest scandal of her career? The atmosphere in Hollywood right now is absolutely electric. Everyone's walking on eggshells, wondering who's going to be exposed next. The power dynamics are shifting, and you can feel the panic in the air. Sources tell me that some of the biggest names in the industry are literally sleeping with one eye open, terrified that their names might be next on the FBI's list. The next few weeks are going to be intense. We're talking about potential criminal investigations, more celebrities potentially getting exposed, and maybe even some surprise testimonies that could shake Hollywood to its core. But what do you guys think? Is Oprah's empire about to crumble like a house of cards, or will Hollywood's powerful elites circle the wagons to protect one of their own? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm dying to hear what you think about all this. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button because trust me, this story is far from over. See you in the next video.